Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Hope you guys are all doing okay or enjoying your week so far. I am slowly but surely losing my voice. I'm obviously doing too many videos. Hopefully it holds out for the game at the weekend, but we will wait and see. And it is just a quick video today because loads of reports coming out this morning that Newcastle are set to sign the 17-year-old Wonderkid Garang Koul, the Egyptian-born Australian player currently over in the A-League playing for Central Coast Miners. Now, funnily enough, his brother actually plays at Stuttgart, so there's a bit of football in the family there, but the 17-year-old is highly regarded. There's a number of European teams after this player, but it's said that Newcastle are the team who are set to win the signature, again, of a 17-year-old who is set to potentially sign a 4-year deal and be paid as much as £25,000 a week. That's not too bad for a 17-year-old, is it? But he's fast, he's skillful, and Dan Ashworth, I want to talk about him a little bit in this video. Obviously, I want to talk about Garang Koul. Very exciting that Newcastle are out there trying to bring in these young talents. But I really want to open up this conversation a little bit more into Dan Ashworth and why Newcastle are going out there and looking to bring in these young talents. Let me know your thoughts down below of the fact Newcastle are in this kind of market to bring in a player from, as I say, the A-League over in Australia, slightly unknown league. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know a huge amount about Garang Koul. I have done my research this morning. He does very much have an Aussie accent, and from what I've seen, looks like a very talented player. Xavi, the Barcelona manager, has labelled him as incredible. Over in Australia, the A-League do like superstars, like they had the best players from all of the Australian A-League play against Barcelona, and Xavi called him incredible in that game. Now, funnily enough, at the age of 17, he's not actually valid for a work permit right now, but he has been called up to the Australian national team literally now for the upcoming internationals next week, and then once and hopefully he makes his international debut, that will then open it up for the work permit and be able to come over to Newcastle. Now, as I say, it's all reports at the moment. There's been no official unveiling right now, but even at the age of 17, he really impressed in the academy and was called up to the senior squad, having made 12 appearances for the senior squad. He's already scored 5 goals, and as I say, has been tracked by a number of European teams, and it seems that Newcastle are the team set to sign the player. Now, as I say, £25,000 a week. We are really in a kind of an unknown market to really what Newcastle have done previously, and as I say, in my opinion, it's something a club like Newcastle should really be doing a lot more with. This isn't the first player we've signed as a young upcoming talent. Over the summer, we did sign Charlie MacArthur, the centre-back from Kilmarnock, represented Scotland under-20s as captain in the Euros, and we paid us, I think, around £400,000 to Kilmarnock for Charlie MacArthur. Now, Koul, it's expected that we'll only have to pay a small fee for him, and I would imagine they will want some sort of sell-on fee that should he grow up, become amazing, and we sell him on, no doubt they're going to want to make a little money back for him. But, as I say, that really opens up the conversation on Dan Ashworth, and yes, he is here to bring in the big signings. He is here to go out and spend 63 million on transfer record player Isak. As I say, it's reported that he was in Sweden talking to him and his family, then he was in Spain talking to him and Real Sociedad. He managed to get the fee down, he managed to get Isak's wages down, and no doubt he's a very good man at his job. And you look at Brighton, when he was there, were bringing in these slightly unknown younger talents who are starting to creep into that Brighton squad right now, who are having a lot of success. I was going to say under Graham Potter, not anymore, but having some success there. And as much as Newcastle can go out and spend £63 million on a player, and I've no doubt that Newcastle will continue to spend money in the January and in the summer, but as much as anything else, Dan Ashworth was brought in to really beef up the whole of Newcastle United, not just the first team, the reserves, the under-21s, the youth, really try and change things. And I know that we are obviously in talks over a new training ground and a new academy, and all of that is still to come, but it's very interesting that, as I say, we've gone out, we've brought in Charlie MacArthur, we're now being linked with, as I say, the 17-year-old Wonderkid from over in the Australian League, and although we can spend big, it makes sense to bring players in young, and as I say, as Newcastle look to hopefully try and progress, move up the league, hopefully aspire to get into Europe, in that time frame of, as I say, a 17-year-old lad in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, when Newcastle are hopefully then trying to get into those top spots, he'll be 21. And he will hopefully then progress through into the first team without actually, yes, the wages are expensive, and it's interesting to know how that dynamic could potentially change what's happening in the youth system. For example, I would be surprised if a player like Elliot Anderson, who's breaking in at the first team, is on that kind of money right now. So, and yes, it's all reports, and that could be getting beefed up a little bit for the paper talk, but things are certainly changing. But as I say, in that next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, rather than us having to go out to, because no doubt, if we didn't pick him up, somebody else is gonna. And in that 4 or 5 years' time, he could be worth 10 million. But he could be worth 30 million or 40 or 50 or 60, and rather than us having to go out and spend big on a player who's already gone there, let's bring them in, let's beef up this reserve side. And it's great to see a young player like Anderson come through. Obviously Sean Longstaff's a local lad who's getting game time, Dummett's in there as well, and Dan Burn right now. Generally, however, over the last few years, we haven't had that much coming through, and I do think it's very important to really try and pull through the local players, but to also add to that with some young, exciting talents as well. So let me know your thoughts on the 17-year-old Wonderkid, the Egyptian-born Australian player over at Central Coast Miners in the A-League. Koul, the attacking, fast, skillful, still obviously very raw as a player. You would be, at the age of 17, he hasn't got the most experience yet, but as I say, having played against Barcelona, Xavi has called him an incredible player, and it is all reports right now, but I think regardless of whether this necessarily does go through, doesn't go through, it's a great conversation to have, and it's very interesting and very positive to hear that Newcastle are out there and are looking to try and really beef up the young talents coming through in this squad. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, drop a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. I'll have my full Premier League predictions out tomorrow. It'll be the Bournemouth versus Newcastle preview on Friday, and then it'll be the matchday vlog, the instant reaction on Saturday, and fingers crossed we can get a win against Bournemouth. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.